Yeah.
YouTube just nerfed YouTube gaming. YouTube has been okay. My speculations, I think YouTube does want to go more towards like a service provider for watching like movies and shows and stuff like that. The kind of restructure YouTube has been doing inside the platform has been very prominent. I also remember YouTube just a few years ago, they kept pushing like, oh, YouTube Live, let's make sections for it. Let's make sections for YouTube gaming. And now they're like backpedaling and now they're like spamming you like with, hey, you should sell your products through us. Hey, you should advertise these companies through our platform, even though we'll get a bigger cut than you. Hey, you should do XYZ. And they're also on top of that actively punishing you if you actually do gaming content. Like it went from, hey, we're gonna make like an actual platform where you can comfortably stream and have like traction here, to forget that, let's scrap it all.
Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon Geeky Sparkles. Sitting this video out, we're going to do an update on YouTube. Somehow I kind of slept on this. They're making a lot of changes to YouTube gaming, things that you can.
Oh, restrict certain gaming content for being too violent ahead of GTA 6 release. Wait, does that mean it's gonna restrict specific games? Wouldn't that technically affect games like, wait, wouldn't that affect games like Doom and FPS games and whatnot? Mortal Kombat, like the old Mortal Kombat. Wait, that would screw over a lot of gaming channels, including our channel, if we're doing the whole restrictive thing on games. That's really bad. That means a lot of the game content people will want to do, they cannot do that on YouTube anymore. Speaking of YouTube, I will complain against the AI auto translate. It's bad. I hate it. Yes. So about the YouTube auto translate, they do not give you an option to opt out of it. And you might wonder, how do I know that? They added the auto dubbed onto my shorts. Here, you guys all remember when I was checking out the okay, so today, where I was when I was checking out the Pokemon evolutions. How I said the ball sack thing. I'll play the original first. It just looks like a sack of balls. It just looks like balls. So just to refresh the memory, then I found out they added all these language options. I am not even joking. I had no idea until people pointed it out. Did you know you can hear the green fox in Spanish now? Here.
Oye, ¿cuál es tu Pokémon? Parece un saco de bolas. Parece hueso. Oye, ¿cuál es tu Pokémon principal? Arcos. Burbujas. Un saco.
What the hell?
They did not give us the option of opting out of this. And you don't have an option of switching it off. When I was pointed that out in the comments and I went to edit the short, I did not see the option to opt out of this. Imagine you're coming across my channel for the first time and this is what you hear. This is your first impression of my channel. I just wanted to point out that this actually is happening. They are more and more forcing AI into your content without your approval.
Cannot post on YouTube if you want to be monetized. Apparently, they're restricting certain gaming content for being too violent ahead of GTA 6, and they're clamping down on gambling.
And I'm gonna be honest, when it comes to monetizing gaming content on YouTube or gaming related topics, it's nonsensical in general. I'll be completely transparent about like the AdSense we get from our channel is basically non-existent. A lot of the gaming channels on YouTube already, the only income they get is from their viewers directly, not from freaking YouTube. So this is just additionally remove all the stuff, but at the same time, they will still be getting money from that.
Gambling ads with some new rules too. So this is basically going to just crater YouTube.
Cracking down on gambling is entirely fair. They're not going to remove gambling ads. They'll just put an asterisk at the guidelines. That's it.
Gaming. And this is after we talked about yesterday, after they made the announcement that they're probably going to lay a bunch of people off at YouTube. They're offering voluntary buyouts right now. They're restructuring the company, and they seem to be pivoting to becoming more of a Netflix type platform. They want to push subscriptions. They're pushing shorts for the plebs, but it seems like they're really trying to make YouTube as ad friendly as possible to maximize revenue. And I think
while forcefully putting AI into your content and completely demolishing what was the point of that content in the first place. Like, for example, not so long ago, we had the whole debacle how YouTube unleashed the AI where it like filters how your content looks according with what the AI thinks how it would look better. And a lot of people lost like quality in the video they put out. It even affected us, and for me why it's important because I make the art for our channel, I make the models for our channel. So for me, us constantly using my models on stream, that is the marketing for us, right? Showcasing my work. And the second you use your AI to render and change how my work looks, that's a minus into my advertising and potential income.
YouTube could potentially die a death by 1,000 cuts if they continue going this way, because they're making YouTube more hostile, I believe, for creators, for independent creators, and for content creators that created the content that made YouTube the platform it is today. And a big part of that was gaming content. Big part of that was, well, frankly, violent gaming content.
One of the main reasons why I originally started watching YouTube was gaming content, quite frankly. Would it be guides? Would it be playthroughs? Streams? I was, and I still am, a huge devourer of gaming content on YouTube. Gaming news, gaming footage, gaming tips, gaming playthroughs, play-alongs, everything. And if they remove that aspect, why would I continue watching it on YouTube? I would just go and watch streams on Twitch then, right? If I want just gaming. I don't know. It's just stupid. I just think all this is so fucking stupid.
Millions and millions, probably billions of hours of watch time, but they don't seem to want that anymore. They want things to be as squeaky clean and ad safe as possible. And I'm waiting for the next.
But they are genuinely misdirecting to make it ad friendly. The games are not the problem. Games is a game, right? Yes, there are problematic games. You can go after the really problematic game. Like, how about instead of going after games that are okay, you go after, I don't know, from the top of my head, channels like Hassan. That might help. Or channels who keep on scamming people with crypto. That might work.
Blow, which is going to be, companies like Nintendo coming back around and be like, yeah, you can't play our games on stream anymore. I know that, I think it was it Dragon Quest? There were some other publishers that were saying that you were not allowed to stream their games past a certain point, or that they would strike you. I mean, there's just some weird stuff going on. And once you take out the gaming ecosystem on YouTube, I mean, that's going to be a huge blow. I mean, most of the biggest content creators on YouTube started out as gaming content creators, or they were, gaming adjacent. Even Mr. Beast, he did Minecraft for a while. And then Minecraft, I guess, apparently Minecraft, they were really cracking down on that too. So that definitely put a dent in things too. So we'll talk about this. We'll see where things are going. I don't know, guys.
Well, maybe I'm wrong, but wasn't the crackdown on Minecraft because of all the predators and all the content for kids that had a lot of inappropriate stuff? Wasn't that the crackdown, or I might be wrong?
I think you got it right.
I don't know. YouTube is definitely changing. I don't think it's changing for the better. Like I said, watch our previous videos. I've been talking a lot about it on X. But if you're going to do videos, let's plays of GTA 6, you're probably going to have to go someplace else like Kick. I'd say Twitch, but Twitch is about toast now too, really. I mean, if you think about it. So before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. This is coming from Deserto. So we'll talk about the violence first. YouTube is restricting certain gaming content for being too violent ahead of GTA 6. So they're going to nerf gaming content, basically. YouTube has announced a new policy change for graphic gaming content that will age restrict games for being too violent ahead of GTA 6's release. Again, this is about maximum.
Also, keep in mind, Twitch age restriction is not the same as YouTube age restriction. With Twitch, like the maturity tag, it doesn't really affect you. With YouTube, the second you have the age restricted, that means you don't get ad revenue anymore. So you, well, let's say you decide to stream Red Dead Redemption, right? And you decide to switch on the monetization option on your VOD or on your stream. And let's say Red Dead Redemption was on their no list. You mislabel multiple times that there's no bad stuff in your Red Dead Redemption stream, they will flag you for not labeling your content properly because of their non-transparent bullshit guidelines. And you might risk monetization on your channel. So it's not even about your VOD losing the AdSense, it's also you potentially harming your whole channel. Because I had that happen to our channel when YouTube went after us and claiming that we are showing inappropriate stuff on our channel. And they said I'm miscategorized our stuff multiple times for AdSense. They actually sent me a warning and I had to fight them on that until it was removed. This goes beyond of just not getting AdSense. This is potentially fully losing your channel or any source of monetization on your channel.
Maximum watch time for ad-friendly content to maximize Google and YouTube's bottom line. That's what this is about. YouTube has always had policies prohibiting graphic and violent content on the platform, but as of November 17th, those rules will start applying to video games as well. Yeah, you could get away with a lot more in video games. I mean, some video games are photorealistic, and it kind of makes you wonder, why they didn't implement something sooner. But I mean, we're talking some of the most popular creators on the platform. Play games like GTA. They play games like Call of Duty. Horror games. Horror games are huge, and if you're not allowed to do that anymore, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
what?
no, definitely. The first games on the chopping block will be horror games, shooter games, and fighting games. The first ones on the chopping block. And I like two of the three categories. I like shooter games and I like fighting games.
What are you supposed to do? Play Nintendo games? Oh, Nintendo will come after you too. So what are you supposed to do? On October 28th, the Google-owned video platform announced a series of changes on the way, including stricter rules on online gambling content. We'll talk about that. And a ban on ads or promotions involving gambling with digital items such as Counter-Strike 2 skins. So there go all the sponsors. Among those updates are new changes for video games, and it sounds like GTA 6 will definitely be affected by these rules. Okay. YouTube age restrictions on gaming content containing mass violence. In a blog post, YouTube announced how the changes will work and when they will apply.
I think everyone was already talking about the age restriction where you can just switch off the filter. It's like the restricted mode. It's the one we talked about previously as well. Let me open my channel and I'll show you guys what I mean. I like I like giving you guys visual aid when I'm talking about something. So like the age restriction thing. So you can see 12 hours ago, 1, 2, like we post daily, right? And we stream daily, right? So like we're live right now. So what happens if we switch on the restrictive mode on our channel? According to YouTube, we never streamed. But according YouTube, this is a ghost channel with some playlist. Some videos. They're actually showing some videos now. See, I upload daily, but I have like only like less than a page of videos and no streams, even though I'm streaming right now. This is how much they're restricting stuff. Now I'm gonna switch off the restrictive mode. Look at this. Look at all this content. Crazy. Look at all these videos. Crazy. And this is what they're just pushing more and more now. Content creation is not a daycare. Parents need to start taking accountability of what their kids watch. Companies need to stop accommodating services for this type of parents. I 100% agree. Parents need to be goddamn parents. You figure out how to put a penis inside of a vagina. How about you figure out how to raise a kid and be accountable for your own actions and how you raise your goddamn fucking child instead of putting the responsibility on every fucking human on the fucking planet? How about you figure out how to raise your own child and not be an absent parent and raise a freaking tablet child? The heck is YouTube restricting your videos? Isn't this family friendly? Apparently, we're like the worst channel on YouTube.
Will age restrict an additional small subset of video game content featuring realistic human characters that focus on scenes of torture or scenes of mass violence against non-combatants. This would naturally include plenty of Grand Theft Auto videos, as players often upload clips of themselves mowing down waves of civilians. According to YouTube, several factors will be used when considering whether the content will be age restricted, including if the graphic scene is sustained, the violence is zoomed in, or the main focus of the video, and if the characters are realistic. So maybe like, Five Nights at Freddy's or something, horror, something like that, cartoonish violence, maybe it won't be affected. Graphic gaming content, in addition to our existing guidelines, this is what YouTube is saying, around graphic gaming content, we will age restrict an additional small subset of video game content featuring realistic human characters that focuses on scenes of torture or scenes of mass violence against non-combatants. We'll consider several factors. Yeah, the duration, the prominence, and whether or not they're realistic. So content uploaded before November 17th that violates these guidelines may be removed or age restricted, but will not result in a strike. Remember, age-restricted videos can stay on your channel for 18-plus audiences, the platform advised. So just imagine having a YouTube channel that's all like GTA videos, and just imagine if...
Yeah, no, those channels are screwed royally. And they're not being completely transparent what all big games is going to be affecting as well. So it could hit any channel that plays games. This is bullshit.
that is, it might be how you make your living or a good portion of your income. And then YouTube's like, you know what? Nope. And this is happening a lot. And I'm trying to stress to people, you cannot trust Google. You cannot trust YouTube. You really can't trust any of these platforms. It is, it's an interesting situation because they keep changing the terms of service. They keep changing the policies, and it's always about what is best for Google, not the user, not the creator, definitely not the creator, but what is best for Google's bottom line. And that is as much ad-friendly content as possible, keeping as much money in Google's pockets, in their coffers as possible. So it is very likely that people are going to wake up on November 17th and they're going to find that a whole bunch of their videos have been age restricted, and that's going to effectively cut off their monetization. This happened with kids channels a few years ago. This feels like another adpocalypse is what this feels like. Just all the way around. There's so much going on right now with
I don't think this is not the same as the adpocalypse that happened on YouTube. It's not the same. It's more like a game apocalypse. Because they will be targeting specifically gaming channels. They will be targeting specifically specific kind of gaming channels. And it's gonna screw over a lot of people. And they will move on to other platforms with their gaming content. It genuinely feels like YouTube just wants to punish you for playing games. YouTube wants to punish you for making anything gaming adjacent content. That's how it feels like.
With YouTube, and it all happens at the same time. All the weirdness around YouTube this year, and there has been some high strangeness around YouTube this year. This year's been tough for a lot of creators, right?
Yeah.
The algorithms changed, the money's down. A lot of people don't know what's going on. I think it's all leading.
Like me and Zen been doing YouTube for a little bit over a year now, and in that 1 year, YouTube screwed us over twice. When they threw us in the like basement when it came to algorithm, because apparently it was like not appropriate content, which by the way, the content is the same as you guys are seeing right now. Second one was where they thought they need to age restrict it, and they flagged me for quote unquote inappropriately labeling my content as appropriate. So they flagged the channel for that, which again, I fought YouTube on it and they removed it. 1 year, one goddamn year of making content. And YouTube went after us twice. And each time we did fight them. And in that 1 year, we had multiple other content creators go after our content for the content they don't even own. We had copyright claims for Baldur's Gate 3 from a Filipino channel that have no fucking right to order copyright on Baldur's Gate. YouTube didn't do shit. We had Fit and Fresh claim clips of Ninja talking about women, which again, they don't own. And YouTube again didn't do shit. YouTube don't give a fuck about you. And the one meeting I had with my YouTube partner manager, yes, we already have a YouTube partner manager, even though we're tiny. The only thing I was told after telling them that you guys are screwing us over with the algorithm and AdSense, the only thing I was told, ask your viewers on stream for more money. If you needed a sign today, if you should start doing content creator, take it as a sign. Don't.
Leading to this, and I talked about that in a previous video. I think it's all leading to this. I think it's all about making YouTube as brand friendly as possible, so they are the destination for advertisers, again, to maximize revenue for Google. I think eventually, and this is just a theory, I think eventually they're going to change the terms of the partner program because they're too favorable for content creators, and I think they're going to give you a smaller portion of the ad revenue, or they're going to underreport the ad revenue, which I think is already going on right now. I think it's already happening. I think that they're trying to find ways to justify kicking out views so they don't have to pay creators as much.
This is something I also went in depth. YouTube now ranks valuable viewer, semi-valuable viewer, and non-valuable viewer. They have a 3-tier system to rank you guys on. If you watched a channel for multiple months and you were regular, and you contributed money, you are a valuable viewer. If you watched for multiple months, but you didn't super chat, you are semi-valuable. If you are a new viewer, you don't fucking matter. Your view is not even gonna count. It's not a tier system the content creator came up with. That's how YouTube counts views now. And if they will even pay you on that view or not, or if they will even push you into the algorithm. Jesus Lord, at this point, I'll just do this as a hobby with a day job. That's how you're supposed to treat content creation, yes.
Yes, that is true.
Pay to win, yeah. Being a YouTube viewer is a pay to win, 100%.
Just a theory that Geeky and I have. We've and we've compared notes with some other other YouTubers on this too, and it's across the board. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, your channels fell off or your genres fallen off."
No,
It's across the board. There are people.
Clownfish TV did not fall off. They just don't count views, especially if you are cultivating a lot of new viewers. They just don't count. It doesn't mean a channel has fell off.
That are doing videos that have absolutely nothing to do with what we're doing. Videos on people that we don't even know. People like Linus Tech Tips. I mean, he's huge, right? They're huge. I should say they. It's a pretty big operation. So everything is changing, and I think really what this is all, again, what it's all about is putting as much money in Google's pockets, in their coffers, as possible to maximize revenue. And it was always going to be the case, right? These corporations, they always do a heel turn, and Google in particular, in the last year or two, has definitely been, I would say, evil. I think they've definitely pulled the rug out from underneath a lot of people, not just on YouTube, but on the internet in general. Like, they basically stopped sending traffic to websites. They're like, you know what? You can just ask Google a question, Google will answer, because they're trying to compete with ChatGPT.
Well, about websites, I wouldn't know. I've been out of the game of helping websites for years now.
So they cut off the traffic, and it kind of reminds me. I was talking to Josh Tyler from Giant Freaking Robot today on X, and they obviously run into problems too. And he said, it used to be like the Google was a highway. And I'm like, yeah, it was kind of like Route 66. But you know what happens if you've ever watched Cars? What happens when they build a bypass? And that's exactly what Google's done. We had a highway that went through all these towns and kept the economy going in all these towns because people would stop at your diner or stop at your motel or whatever it was. And then they built the bypass, they built the interstate, and it cut off the traffic to all of those smaller towns. And that's basically what Google's doing right now. And they're looking for more and more reasons to, I think, clamp down on content. And eventually, and this sounds kind of wild, and I think eventually,
YouTube notifications are horrible. I get none for channels I follow. Or do you want better? I keep on constantly catching YouTube unsubscribing me from channels, and that's frustrating.
you're going to have to get explicit permission to stream games. I think this is where it's going to go. They're going to be like, oh, no, Nintendo's the copyright holder. Microsoft is the copyright holder. You need to have their explicit permission to be able to stream these games. Then what they'll do is they'll, roll out that partner program thing that Nintendo had like 10 years ago where you got to give them a cut of your ad revenue. I can see that happening because you get hit if you repost a movie trailer without the consent of the studio. I can see it happening because they'll argue, well, our video game is basically like a movie, right? So, and you're streaming it without our consent. So, we're going to hit you. That's where I think things are going right now, because I think that it's all about, again, maximizing profit. And a lot of these, especially these AAA game developers, they're really hard up for cash right now. Like, they totally would do it. They'd be like, hey, this guy's getting, 50 million views a month on YouTube, playing our Grand Theft Auto game. We should be getting a cut of that. Wait for it. I think it's going to happen. Anyway, in a statement to Deserto, we'll go back to the article. A YouTube spokesperson said these changes are intended to keep younger viewers safe. YouTube's policies are designed to adapt.
Whoa. Well, first of all, YouTube already gets like a huge cut from AdSense and like super chats and memberships people get. They already get a huge cut off of this. They just want an even bigger cut. They probably looked at Twitch. Hey, Twitch takes a bigger cut. Let's just do that. Let's just do that too.
To the evolving digital world, and these updates reflect our ongoing commitment to protect young users and foster a responsible platform. Again, see also the adpocalypse. I mean, I don't disagree with keeping 8-year-olds from watching somebody get their.
Yes, no one disagrees, but they have the fucking YouTube Kids, which they mismanaged and sent all the fucking predators onto YouTube Kids. They don't bother with cleaning up YouTube Kids. So now they're like, oh, let's put that into normal YouTube. That's for adults. That was the whole purpose of YouTube Kids. So it's for kids. Why are you putting the stuff that was meant for YouTube Kids, which you're not even moderating, which you're not even enforcing the safety for kids? Why are you putting it in normal YouTube? It doesn't make sense. It's nonsensical. Like, everyone remembered the Elsa Gate on YouTube Kids that happened. Heavily sexual content on YouTube Kids. That took them how long to finally crack down on it, and it's still happening there, especially when it comes to content of Minecraft or Roblox. They're just pretending like they don't see it. But hey, let's restrict adults from watching gaming content on normal YouTube that's meant for adults.
Head blown off in GTA. I don't disagree with that necessarily, but there's more to it than this. I guarantee you there's more to it than this, and it's about making YouTube as squeaky clean as possible, again, to maximize ad revenue. They're disincentivizing you from posting certain kinds of content. That's how they do it. They're not going to flat out ban it, but they're going to disincentivize you. That means either you're not going to get found by the algorithm, or they're not going to let you monetize certain content because they really don't want it on their platform. I mean, they'll take it, but they want ad-friendly content on their platform. They want content that they can slather in advertising, and God knows YouTube has been adding. People get on us. They're like, why are there so many ads in your video? I'm like, you take it up with YouTube. It used to be like one skippable ad at the beginning and a couple of mid-rolls. And now there's like freaking 3 unskippable ads.
We don't have we don't have control over it. Like, when we go into the portal of let's see, watch page ads, the only thing we have control over which categories of ads we want to block. Like, for example, blocking gambling ads. We can do that. When you go into your YouTube studio, they explicitly say what happens with the ad is like an ad auction where the people who pay to run ads basically get the spots. Like, the content creator doesn't get a say in it at all.
In the beginning, and then 30 seconds later there's more, and then 30 seconds after that there's more. And a lot of these ads now are these like weird AI uncanny valley ads, for like really questionable products.
Yep.
It's like and gambling too. There's a lot of gambling ads on YouTube. So we're gonna talk.
I keep getting a lot of political ads, and I keep on getting a lot of mobile AI game ads. It's like, this game is the best game there ever was. And it's like this AI game where it's like a gotcha, but flat 2D. It's just weird.
Talk about that because it's weird. YouTube is clamping down.
And I yearn for the days when I used to get Raid Shadow Legends ads
on CS2 skin gambling ads with new rules. Well, it's funny because they have a lot of casino app ads on YouTube now. I will say the ads on YouTube, the ad quality.
Technically, we're not supposed to have gambling ads here because I did block that category. I think YouTube even put the ads for the creator automatic based on where in a pause in the video, if I remember right. I don't know about other people, but whenever I even try to adjust where I want the ad to be, it always crashes on me. I have to refresh it 10 times for it to actually work, and it works super, super slow. Do you really think a person after the whole day editing and working on content, they'll be sitting for 2 hours and navigating where an ad is going to be placed? And also, whenever they manually place ads, they get screwed over with AdSense as well.
Quality on YouTube is probably the worst I have seen in the entire time we've been doing YouTube. And we've been doing YouTube for about 10 years. But the ads are the worst I've seen. Just some really questionable stuff that you would expect on, some no-name video site or something, YouTube will begin enforcing stricter rules on online gambling content on November 17th. It says Deserto, including a ban on ads or promotions involving gambling with digital items that have real monetary value most obviously relating to Counter-Strike 2 skins. So they said online gambling content. Okay, our current policy prohibits content that directs viewers to online gambling sites or applications that are not certified by Google. We're expanding our enforcement to
Okay, gambling ads that are not certified by Google. This is what I mean, that there's still going to be gambling ads, but they're going to be the ones they certified specifically. That's what I said. There's going to be an asterisk there. It's not going to be that they're removing gambling at all. You probably will see shit like DraftKings and whatnot.
now cover online gambling with additional items that have monetary value, including digital goods. The rule targets the booming market in Counter-Strike 2, where players can buy, sell, trade cosmetic weapon skins, many of which have market values in the thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. I cannot imagine paying that much money for a digital thing. Some third-party sites allow users to gamble these items on roulette-style games or match predictions, effectively turning the digital cosmetics into a form of currency. So Twitch did this in 2023. Okay. They explicitly banned sponsorships linked to Counter-Strike skin gambling websites. However, the enforcement of the rule has been questioned. Yeah. Twitch, I think they ban on the surface. They ban things on the surface, but it depends on who you are and whether or not people complain. I think all platforms are like that. I'm going to be honest. I think all social media platforms are like that. Basically, you can kind of skirt the rules until enough people complain. And I've seen this before, like, and this explains the uneven enforcement. Sometimes it's not really targeted by the platform. I think it's people that try to get people canceled. They will make a lot of noise about somebody until the platform just gets rid of them because it's not worth the hassle. But there are a ton of other people doing the same thing, if not more egregious things. They won't go after them because they don't have the cancel culture mob coming after them. Yeah. That's my opinion on that. But,
no, that's true.
Yeah, they said in addition to the gambling rules, YouTube is going to begin age-restricting videos featuring casino-style games that do not use real money. Oh, interesting. YouTube is going to begin age-restricting videos featuring casino games that do not use real money and introduce tighter rules around gaming footage showing realistic human violence. So they're going to are they going to get rid of, like,
in typical YouTube fashion, leave it as vague as possible. It's just what YouTube does all the time. Remember when there was the whole discourse that they will crack down on repetitive content on YouTube, and everyone was saying, "Oh, it's gonna affect the React channels. Oh, they will finally purge their AI videos." None of that happened. None of that happened. If anything, there's even more AI videos being pushed into the audience.
Candy Crush Saga or something? Wow. Anything with like a box, a loot box? Is that what I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like where do you draw a line on that? I think this is the beginning of the end of YouTube gaming. I don't know, guys. I'm telling you, there are so many if it was just one thing, right? If it's just one thing, I'd be like, oh, well, maybe it's an overreaction. But I'm like, YouTube is changing everything, and they're changing it very, very quickly, and they're offering their employees buyouts. Okay? I'm just telling you, there's something stinks to high heaven here. I think YouTube is a year from now going to look very, very different.
Yeah, I agree.
We need a viable alternative. We don't really have a viable alternative.
I'm pretty sure what YouTube will do, if there will be ever like an actual viable competitor, Google will pretty much like throw water onto that competition. So I don't think it's even realistic for someone to actually create a competition to YouTube. Because most people, they still search through Google, and Google owns YouTube. And of course, it's going to be in Google's best interest to push YouTube over any alternative. It's same as we had the discussion with Discord, like all the shit that's happening in Discord. There's no alternative. This whole market is a monopoly. And the best thing content creators and viewers can do is not stick to only one platform for their content. There's no other options. Great video. It's been a while since we watched the channel.
Very good video. I liked it.
I'm spinning in circles like a crooked thread. dance with the chaos inside my head. I'm bouncing off walls, can't find my feet, stumbling round in a world so sweet. The world's a carnival, a funny parade. I'm laughing through tears in a bright masquerade. Strange colors blur, but I'm still in the game, juggling dreams, but none feel the same. Bouncing on clouds.